Hi, this is Yukiko from Tips for Transformation. Today I like to continue part 2, talk about humility. In part 1 we talked about the humility that has to do with you and other people so that we are open and willing to learn from someone who's much more experienced and wiser so we can get help and guidance to move along with our goals. So, how are your goals working for you? You've set your vision, and every day you're working in little pieces to achieve your dream with patience and fortitude and consistency, and sometimes really need to be persistent. All that done, are you still having a bit of a difficulty? Well, here's another type of humility that I like to talk about. But first, let me share with you a story that I have about my friend. The other day, I had lunch with my friend, and I no longer go out with anyone over lunch who complains and whines. So this friend was really okay, but she started to talk about how busy she's been and overwhelmed she has been because she's setting up an event in Europe that requires for her to get a formal dress or two with the jewelry and shoes to go with. And also, around the same time as she returns to the US, she also had to do a complimentary event. So she is bombarded with all the details of arrangements, and she just was really hard hit. So she said to me, Yukiko, I finally just gave it to God. I turned it over to God. And I'm not the kind of a person who really want to listen about dresses, so I wasn't really paying too much attention, but I've learned to be humble enough to listen, which is the first lesson of humility, right? So I was listening and listening, and then she started to talk about dresses. I really wanted to turn off, but I did listen. She went to a hairdresser to get her hair done, and she ran into someone who was just right ahead of her getting the hair done by the same hairdresser. After she left, my friend sat down and started to talk about her situation of not being able to get the formal dress or two. And she's been trying so hard for the past 2 months. And her hairdresser said, oh, you know what? The person who just left was going to a wedding in 2 weeks, and then she just couldn't find anything. And then she just happened to try a store across the street from here, which I told her about, and she found something perfect. And my friend said, oh, you know, what should I do? And then so an hour later, after her hair done, because what has she got to lose? So when she went, she not only found some dresses, but custom made one that would be ready within a week. It's formal dresses. And then it perfectly matched her in every way. And she also was able to find matching shoes and jewelries. So she said, Yukiko, letting go and letting God really works. So I thought about it. I started to think about this, and I said, well, anytime I'm having a bit of a hard time or started to get stressed, after all, I am a very, very relaxed person. I said something is wrong. So I set my goals. I do my visualization. I believe in law of attraction. I visualize the energy of higher power coming into me, the vibration, harmony, and frequency all matching with my desire, and then I actually take action plans every day toward my goal. But it was getting so hard, and I realized why that was. I was just trying to receive so hard, always receiving and never letting go and giving. So when it came to business and goals and vision, somehow it was all about me and all about Yukiko and the power within. And I was not allowing my higher power to step in to do the work for me. So humility, my friend, aside from lowering yourself enough to let go of your ego, to be willing and open to let other people help you, is also to work with your God or some power way beyond yourself and get guidance and support and help. And in business, when it comes to in business, people, if they are very powerful ministers, they talk about spirituality and business. But most people, when they start to talk about spirituality, they hesitate, like they're talking about a subject forbidden. So they apologize. But humility is a very important aspect of business. We let that higher power into our business life as well. So my friends, when you're setting goals into small pieces in everyday activities, work hard, let God come in, and let God be your partner as well, so that you are a team. This is a bit of a controversial subject, but I think that this may help you. This is Yukiko from Tips for Transformation, and if I gave you a value in this discussion, click below to sign into my blog and then sign up in my master group to get adequate support and help to go on to achieve your dream. Have a wonderful day.